24 hours ago, the US and Israel started their attack on Iran and have already killed Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei in Iran in his complex. And we're going to go into why this is now, after killing Khamenei, the real start of the war, instead of what you're getting in the media, that this is going to lead to peace, which is so ridiculous and detached from reality. I can't believe that they're explaining it in that way. Now, the way this happened is that they hit the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei's compound in Iran, and he was there, and he got killed during the bombing. And a lot of people are asking, how can it be that he wasn't underground, hiding in a bunker? The thing that you need to understand is something called martyrdom in Islam, and especially in Shia Islam. You know, dying for a just cause is the highest form of death in Islam, and in the kind of the Muslim mind is the surest path to heaven, and to remove all the bad deeds that you've done. And so it's almost like, one, obviously he wasn't hiding because he was in his compound, and it's almost like he made a choice to die in this way. He's 86. He was about to die anyways in any case, but it seems like he chose to die through martyrdom, which is a very kind of, especially Iranian kind of Shia concept of a particular way to die. And it seems like he has made that choice. That has been confirmed by Iranian officials who said that they wanted to move him away, but he decided to live his last few days as he would normally live, without any hiding. And even before the war started, you could see him kind of go into public places during Ramadan. Obviously, it's a holy month in Islam right now. It's Ramadan where people fast. And he has, you see him in a lot of places doing some readings. So he was public. I don't think it took that much of an effort to find where he is, and they chose to bomb him. Now, I'm going to explain to why this is going to lead to a much bigger war than I initially thought it would be. For a lot of people in the West don't understand who Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei is. A lot of the focus in the media is about kind of the suppression in Iran, or the support of proxies in the Middle East. The way that the Iranian government sees Khamenei is that he is a bit of a softie, and he is not aggressive enough compared to what a lot of Iranian government officials want Iran to be, what position it takes. He's always wanted to have more peace with the West, which the Iranian government officials, the IRGC in Iran, saw as kind of a bit of a weakness that he had. Not only that, he had a religious ruling that said that nuclear weapons are evil and Iran's not allowed to create those nuclear weapons. He created a fatwa. And that's the person that the US and Israel killed. Let me repeat that. The US and Israel killed the one person who had control over whether Iran would create a nuclear weapon or not. And he said that nuclear weapons is evil and Iran is not allowed. It's a religious ruling. Iran is not allowed to create that. Now that guy is gone. And with it, the religious ruling that he had is now also gone. I don't know what the US and Israel are thinking. Another thing that people must understand is that this guy is, the Ayatollah Khamenei is like a religious leader. He's not kind of like a dictator like Saddam Hussein, or North Korea, what you have over there, or even in Russia, Putin. This guy is a religious leader. He's almost like a pope for millions of people across the world. In a way, there's kind of two popes in Shia Islam. He's one of them. There's another one in Iraq that millions of people follow, from Pakistan to Bahrain to even Saudi Arabia, some in Iraq, in Yemen, obviously Hezbollah in Lebanon, and some in Syria. So killing the Pope obviously has huge consequences. that is going to galvanize people, and we're already seeing it. We're already seeing a lot of things that we're going to go into right now. So Israel and the U.S. killed kind of the Pope, who is a religious leader, who actually wanted peace a lot more than what's to come now instead of him and to replace him. People in Iran, especially the government, saw him as too soft because he wanted peace with the West and didn't want nuclear weapons. He was the one that stopped Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons, even though they have the capability to obtain these nuclear weapons. And now he's gone. And what's going to replace him are the hardliners in Iran. Those are the people that want to take a very more offense position, more attack position. And we're already seeing the attack. As soon as I saw the kind of destruction in the Middle East and the US bases, which is very unusual of Iran to do such a thing. They usually take a very soft approach. They do very small targeted attacks, mostly on Israel, but now they've gone all out. And that indicates that the people that are making those decisions to attack is not Ayatollah Khamenei, because he wouldn't make those kind of decisions to be this aggressive. It's the other people now that are coming in, the hardliners, that are a lot more aggressive and that they have no red lines now. This is the Pandora box that Israel and the US have just opened. And the messaging for a lot of people in the media that you're seeing is that now we can get to peace in the Middle East. I tell you, it doesn't look like peace in the Middle East right now. And for sure, we're not heading that way at the moment. And I don't think we'll be heading there for a very long while. Because now what's now involved is not just the Iranian government, but Iranian people, as we're going to see now in the streets, are very angry. But now the Houthis in Yemen are involved. Hezbollah is going to get involved. Iraq is involved at the moment in attacking U.S. bases. You're seeing some things erupt in Pakistan and even in India, and in Bahrain. There's a lot going on right now, but this is going to be a bigger and bigger war. We're entering into a religious war right now. It wasn't a religious war before. It was a simple war between Iran and Israel. But now that they killed the religious leader, who's followed by millions, who's like a pope for millions of people, now it's a religious war. And these kind of the consequences of those, we're going to see not just for the next couple of weeks, not just for the next couple of months. We're going to see these things happen for another year or more. People are celebrating as if this is the end of the war. This is the start of the war. The war just really started right now, following the death of Ayatollah Khamenei. And I think people are going to be surprised by the consequences of this. Trump just took a big, huge risk by killing. I know the optics look good because you just killed, what people perceive as the most dangerous person in the world, even though I think people are shocked when they say when they hear people say that he was actually a softie compared to what's about to come right now. People don't understand the situation of the hardliners coming into Iran right now. And I am worried that Iran will now enter into a civil war if this continues, or if the government is weakened, which will kill, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. And I hope we don't get there. But I want to show you some footage of what has happened in just about nearly, just over 24 hours since this started. We just started this war. We're seeing now is the attacks on the U.S. bases in Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, UAE. This is why I'm saying that Iran is now taking a different approach, because they're attacking the U.S. bases heavily, as we're going to see now. This is in Bahrain, I think. This is the where the Fifth Fleet U.S. Navy position is in Bahrain. So they have a big Navy presence in Bahrain, in the port. I'm not sure if any actual ships were attacked, but a lot of the supply lines and things like that were attacked in Bahrain by Iran, obviously. This is in Abu Dhabi, UAE, kind of in the residential. Well, actually, this is commercial slash residential areas. We don't know what they're targeting here. This is in Tel Aviv, Israel. So the bombing, what's different to the 12-day June war is that Iran immediately started responding. Last year it took them, I think, 12 hours to respond. This time it took within an hour. The missiles were out. This is Kuwait International Airport. So the Iranians have attacked the airports. This is in Bahrain, a big attack. Now Iran is saying this is where the U.S. Army is housed, because the reality is that in the U.S. bases, because U.S. knew that Iran is going to retaliate, they moved them out of the U.S. bases, and I don't know where they've put them, but Iran is saying that they're in these kind of buildings, and that's why we're attacking those buildings. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. This is in Iran wanting to attack the U.S., continuation of attack of U.S. This is in Tel Aviv, missiles falling. Wow, that's a strong hit. That's a very strong hit. And you remember last year, it took them a couple of days for Iran to hit. The missiles were being intercepted. Only like on day 6 did we see really like the defense missiles of Israel not able to intercept the missiles coming from Iran. Now, day 1, Iran's hitting them, and the defense missiles are not intercepting, are not shielding Israel. This is the impact in Tel Aviv. This is Tel Aviv. Serious damage here. I don't know what they are targeting.
Tonight around 11 p.m. we're here on scene in the central district of Israel. You can see behind me there is severe missile strike that hit a building complex. We are still currently working now with the other forces on the field to make sure that we can take out the fire, and we're still extracting at this moment patients from both buildings you can see behind me. We're still working on the buildings that are surrounded and are still ablaze.
So, Israel has a media blackout whereby anything that goes out in terms of damage has to be approved by the Israeli government. And so we don't know what military installations are being hit. And I don't think we'll actually know from the Israelis what's going to be hit. The Israeli government is only going to show things that show damage to what looks like residential buildings, and not show anything to do with military or government compounds, as the same thing they did in the last war. But then we saw the satellite images of the damage, and they did attack last June the bases, the Air Force bases, and some military complexes and intelligence buildings and things like that. So this is the Israeli interceptors, and that's the Israeli missiles. And you can see it didn't work against the Iranian missile. It landed there. This is in Bahrain, actually, where it's getting a lot of the hits. Bahrain is getting the most of the hits so far because of the U.S. presence there and the U.S. Navy presence there. That's Bahrain. This is Dubai, Jebel Ali. Seems it's a port, commercial port. A lot of goods go through there. It seems to be on fire. Or parts of it is on fire. This is really interesting in Israel, where there is a kind of almost like a ship on fire. I've seen a couple of reports on this. They're unsure of what this is. Obviously, there's the Gerald Ford right there, but I'm not sure if that's that or it's something else. That is in Tel Aviv. That's a big crater that Iran has launched missiles in Tel Aviv. That's a big missile that would create such a crater. Wow.
You can see the extent of the destruction that's been wrought by this ballistic missile. The whole side of this building, there isn't a window in sight.
This is Tel Aviv.
This building on the right side of it has effectively collapsed, and that damage is all along this entire block. You can see on this side of the street as well, where there were several metal structures. They have been completely crumpled, and you can see
Wow.
military officials, police officials all milling about.
This is Tel Aviv. This is a Yemeni drone that Yemen has joined the war now, the Houthis, following the death of Khamenei, and it's striking. So where's the defense? Where is Israel's defense? I mean, I understand the defense systems maybe are difficult to defend against hypersonic missiles that are very quick, but as you can see, that's a drone that is very slow. It's a very slow drone. This is following the announcement that Khamenei has died. This is in Iran. People will tell you that there's no support for him. Well, the video speaks louder. Flags which tell you it's the martyrdom flag of wanting revenge, and this is in Iran. I don't think people understand how big this is, what they've done, America and Israel. This is in Karachi, Pakistan. This is the US consulate. They've just attacked it. This is what I mean by religious war. Everyone's involved now. 7 people apparently got shot. I don't know whether that's by Pakistani security or the US security. And you're going to see this all across the Middle East. This is Kashmir. Every time you see a red flag, that's the revenge flag. This is today. Still seeing bombs fall in Israel. Apparently, this is in Qatar. Huge explosion there. This is in Iraq. I'm telling you, this is everywhere now because they killed Ayatollah Khamenei. He's a religious figure. The rioting has begun. This is in Lebanon. Hezbollah is about to begin. Apparently, this is in India. That's a lot of people. That's the red flag there. That's Iraq. The red flag's right there. Wow, this is Iran. Jesus. This is a lot of people. That's the red flag right there. That's a lot of people today coming out. This is what I mean when they tell you in the media there's no support for the government. Absolute lies. Absolute lies. Wow. This is Bahrain in support of the Iranian attacks on the government. Now, why? Because in Bahrain, 80% of the population are Shia, which is same as Iran, they're Shia, but the government is not Shia, they're Sunni. And so they're the minority that control the majority. And so they're, it seems like, happy with Iran attacking the government, that is. This is the US base in Kuwait. It's smoke from many different places. This is image from Chinese satellites showing us the damage that has happened. Now Trump is going to say, there's no damage, very little, limited damage, but you know, we can see what there are. Now this is the attacks in Iran, huge attacks we can see. This is the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran has closed down now, so there's no shipping coming out from the Gulf states across to the world. A lot of oil, most of the Gulf state oil comes through this route, which is now closed by Iran. This is in Iraq. They're attacking the green zone, which is kind of where the U.S. bases are in Iraq with equipment. They're trying to break down the wall. These are the strikes by Israel on Iran. As you can tell, they're huge strikes. Look at that. Boom. So where are we today and where are we going to go? Well, we are on the path to more war, more destruction, more conflict, and now a religious war has opened up. Obviously, most of us want to see peace in the Middle East. It doesn't seem like we're going to get there anytime soon. There's going to be a prolonged conflict that will span a very long time, even though there's going to be a lot of parties that say, we are successful, whether it's the Iranians or the Israelis or the US. But, once you open up a religious war, that means people are going to wait, and there's going to be suicide bombings happening in different places. That might take time. There might be a kind of a mini civil war happening in different regions. And, the U.S. military in the Middle East is going to be continuously attacked going forward for the next couple of months at least. It might stop for a while, and then people think that that's it, it's done, and then it's going to restart. This is going to be a long path or journey towards seeing any close, any end to this destruction. The response from Iran has been very, very different this time, and that's because Israel and the U.S. has killed the moderate leader. And people, when they hear me say the moderate leader, they're going to think I'm crazy. How is Ayatollah Khamenei moderate? Well, it's all relative. Among the people around him, he was considered the moderate that wanted peace with the West, that didn't want nuclear weapons, that did a religious ruling against building nuclear weapons because he saw it as evil, even though the commanders around him begged him or tried to make a different interpretation of that ruling so that they can build, because they understood that, like, no one messes with North Korea because they have nuclear weapons. I'm not saying that Iran should get nuclear weapons. I hope no one gets nuclear weapons, but it's almost like Israel and the U.S. are pushing Iran to get nuclear weapons because they realize without them, they're going to be continuously attacked forever. This idea that we're going to kill the leadership, and then the government's going to crumble and the people are going to rise, that's not going to happen, because, it's like if people kill Trump, what's going to happen? Is the government's going to crumble? No. There's a whole bureaucracy, there's a whole layer of system that operates. People take charge, that need to take charge, and that's the same thing that's going to happen in Iran. There's different layers, they're going to take charge. It's not Ayatollah Khamenei kind of doing a dictatorship and he rules, and he basically rules on every single aspect of society in Iran. It doesn't work like that. And so you're going to see him, obviously, he's dead, but things are going to operate. And in fact, the retaliation has been stronger than now that he's dead. Trump almost kind of, in his Truth Social, he said that now he's dead. A lot of commanders are saying that we don't want to attack the U.S. anymore. We want, if we lay our weapons, the U.S., will you grant us, peace? And then a couple of minutes later, Trump says, "Oh, Iran's going to retaliate very strongly. I suggest that I recommend they don't, because we will retaliate much more strongly." It's like, of course they're going to retaliate much strongly, and this is it's becoming a religious war that's involving Iraq is attacking American bases, Yemen, Pakistan, some parts of India. The whole region is on fire, and this is just, unfortunately, the beginning of this idea that you kill Khamenei and that's it, it's game over, is for the birds. It's ridiculous. This is the opposite. You have now made a lot of people angry. You galvanized a lot of people that see him as the Pope. For those people, obviously, the millions that see him as a Pope. Martyrdom is a big thing in Islam, especially Shia Islam, to die for a just cause during the holy month of Ramadan. On top of it, I see destruction. I see more war, unfortunately, but we will follow what's happening and report back. Would love to know your thoughts about where you see this is going. Do you agree or that this is going to lead to more war, or do you see peace very soon in the Middle East? If you did like this video, do hit the like and subscribe. Thank you very much.